Yashodanandana Prajajananandana Yashodanandana Prajajananandana Yamunatira Panachandi Yamunatira Panachandi Jaya Radhama Dava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radhama Dava Kunja Vihari Pijana Vallava Girivaradhi Gopijana Vallava Girivaradhi Yashodanandana Prajajananandana Yashodanandana Prajajananandana Yamunatira Panachandi Yamunatira Panachandi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Lalita Visakha Jaya Radhesha Lalita Visakha Jaya Radhesha Jaya Lalita Visakha Jaya Radhesha Lalita Visakha Jaya Radhesha Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Goranita, 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 Jaya Goranita. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudev. Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gora Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Stutarasita Shishimali Divine Grace. Scon founder Chara Jagadguru Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stutarasita Shishimali Divine Grace. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Guru Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa ki jai. Prem Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shama Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Dhira Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Ganges Mai ki jai. Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Itai Gaura Premanande. Glorious assembled devotees. Glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. Glories of glorious Shishiguru Shri Gauranga. The Church of Shanti Mr. Krishna Prabhupada Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti. Narayana Namaskritya Aram Chaiva Naruttamam Devyam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashta Prayesha Badresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Sukhi Bhaktir Bhavati Nushtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Salakaya Chakshulamalitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Padati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Utapadakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Purijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lolita Sri Visakam Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavanaste Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vasandhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Kanta Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 5. Sorry. Chapter 8. Canto 4, Chapter 8. Dhruva Maharaj leaves home. And we are looking at text 8, 30, 30. Text 30. 4, 8, 30. You got it? Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varurut Sasi Jat Prasadam Savai Umsam Dura Radyu Matu Mama Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Jat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Jat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama
Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Yat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Yat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama.
Matajis?
Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Yat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama. Atamatrupadishtena Yogena Varuruksasi Yat Prasadam Savai Pumsam Dura Radyu Madhu Mama.
Ata, therefore, Matra, by your mother, Upadishtena, being instructed, Yogena, by mystic meditation, Avarudutsasi, want to elevate yourself. Jatpasadam, whose mercy, Saha, that, Vai, certainly, Pumsam, of the living entities, Duraradhya, very difficult to perform. Mata, opinion. Mama, my. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But, in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It is very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please repeat. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But, in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It is very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. The process of Bhakti Yoga is simultaneously very difficult and very easy to perform. Sri Narada Muni, the Supreme Spiritual Master, is testing Dhira Maharaj to see how determined he is to prosecute devotional service. This is the process of accepting a disciple. The great sage Narada has to come to Dhruva under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to initiate him. Yet he is testing Dhruva's determination to execute the process. It is a fact, however, that for a sincere person, devotional service is very easy. But for one who is not determined and sincere, this process is very difficult. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 30, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, entitled Dhruva Maharaj Leaves Home. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The history is that Maharaj Uttanapad has two wives. Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti is senior and Suruchi is junior, is younger. Because we are not Krishna, our dealings for everything are different also. Different from Krishna's dealings in everything that we do. There are certain things which, there are many things, or everything we do, and Krishna is the origin. So he did everything, and we are trying to do the same thing as an imitator. Imitator is not original. Imitation is not original. When you say imitation, it means it is not original. Original is Krishna, and his pure devotional service is original, like Krishna. Material activities are not original, it's imitation. So Maharaj Uttanapa, he's a great king, very exalted person. Because of his exalted position, he could have a child like Dhira Maharaj, Utkala. Utkala is another pure devotee. Utkala? Uttam. So, as material nature will function, he was partial. When Dhira Maharaj saw his brother was sitting on the lap of his father, as children, so he was climbing to sit there. So his stepmother saw him and shouted, "Get down! Who asked you to sit there? You're not qualified. If you want to sit there, you should die and take birth in my womb. You have taken an inferior birth. It's a misfortune. You should die. For this body, you're not qualified to sit on your father's lap. Die, take birth in my womb, then you are qualified to sit there." Dhira Maharaj, he has a dual nature. Dual nature. In his previous life, he's a Brahmana. Very exalted Brahmana. But he became attracted to princely life. And Krishna saw that. He has attraction for a princely life. So Krishna gave him a birth as a prince. But in a family, Kshatriya. Of course, it is degradation. From Brahmana, he's supposed to become Vaishnava. But he became Kshatriya, means he was demoted because of material desire. That's material desire. Of course, the degradation took place, but the Brahmanical nature he has practiced is with him. Added weight, his present birth as a Kshatriya. But the Kshatriya spirit was very intense. So when his stepmother spoke harshly to him, rebuked him, chastised him, he looked to his father's face. "Can you help me?" Do you agree with your wife? You're my father. Can you help me? My father put his face down. Dhira Maharaj was angered. The Kshatriya nature overtook him. With that mood, he went to his mother. His mother could sense some disturbance in his mind. So he asked, what happened? Anger is inside the mind, and some situations will bring it out. Like if you want to know the anger of a snake, step on the tail. You are in trouble. Immediately come. If you want to know the anger of a monkey, touch the child. You're in trouble. If you want to know if somebody is angry with you, just speak to the person. The anger will come out. So Suniti saw her son was anger. She asked, what happened? He was so angry that the lips were trembling. The eyes were red. So the nurse spoke. She repeated what Surichi said. She repeated it to Suniti. So she understood everything. Being a cultured lady means you have been trained in everything, including hearing Shastra from the visiting sages who come to visit the kingdom, visit the king. They get all their training. She has heard the scriptures completely. So she spoke to her son. Do not wish anyone bad, because whatever you wish others must surely come back to you. Don't wish anyone bad. Even if you have been put into anger, don't plan evil. You will get it back. So Dhira Maharaj's heart was softened. So he asked his mother, but I cannot act in a mode of darkness. How can I act in pure goodness, in goodness? How can I act in goodness? The mother said, I want to get a kingdom also, so I can have the throne, but not like my father. I want something greater. That is the determination required for a devotee. That is determination required for a devotee. To be successful, determination is required. Suniti said, what you are looking for, it can only be obtained by Krishna. Oh, you see, the power of devotion, the power of knowledge. She gave protection to her child because he has knowledge. That he did not act on a lower mode, he's acting on a higher mode. So where is the Krishna? So where is? I have heard from the sages that Krishna is in the forest. Those who want him, they go to the forest. Now I don't go to the forest. If you want Krishna, go to Hare Krishna movement. I have heard that you can go to Hare Krishna movement and you get Krishna. They will teach you Krishna consciousness. That is where you get the desire for food. There is a word used here. Avaruruk Satsi Duraya Dia. Durara Dia. This is 2 words used here. Avaruruk Sasi Durara Dia. The desire you have in your mind is very, very difficult to attain. Very difficult. This is not a discouragement. This is not a discouragement. This is how a bona fide teacher should behave. Tell the truth. Let everybody understand. Before I came to Krishna consciousness, I belonged to some other spiritual organization, like it was a Christian order. It's a mystical organization. It was a Christian order. It was a cruise. And they practice vegetarianism, but they will not teach you in the beginning. They will leave it. You spend 100 years before they will tell you vegetarianism is bad. Vegetarianism is good. Eating flesh is bad. You will almost leaving the body before they will tell you that. They won't teach you from the beginning this. In Christian consciousness, it is the one. Right from the beginning, we know the principle. For them, the principle is towards the end. Suppose you didn't reach there before death. No perfection. So Narada Muni is speaking truthfully as befit his qualification, as Prabhupada used the word a supreme spiritual master. As a supreme spiritual master, Narada Muni told him, Avaruruk Sasi Duraraja. What you are looking for is not common. It is not for ordinary people. It is very difficult. This is the duty of a person who is not a cheater. We should know what we are entering into. We should know. If we know what you are trying to do, then you will prepare yourself how to meet with the demand. If you doesn't know, someone tells, no, don't worry, just come in, just come. Just come, there's no problem. You just join Hare Krishna movement, there's no problem. Prabhupada will take you back to Godhead. It's cheating. It is cheating. Narada Muni said, this process, what you're looking for, it is very difficult. You should know it. So you decide if you want to do it or not. This is difficult. Prabhupada said, 434 purport. The path of self-realization is undoubtedly very difficult. It is not cheap. It is undoubtedly very difficult. So Narada Muni did that here. So when Dhruva Maharaj was told like this by his mother, The sages, those who knows, said Krishna is in the forest. This incident took place in Kanpur. Uttanapad Maharaj is in Kanpur. A kingdom is in Kanpur. That is where he's ruling. And Dhira Maharaj was a small boy, not more than 5 years old. From Kanpur to Vrindavan is 6 hours today by good road is 6 hours by car. 6 hours. So the time Dhruva Maharaj came here, there was no road. He didn't use vehicle to come. Even before starting the austerity, it's not difficult. It's not difficult to walk from Kanpur to Vrindavan. It's easy by walking. No train. There's no train, no vehicle. He doesn't even use a bullock cart, you can say. He didn't use it. He came by walking. A small boy. What can a 5-year-old boy do? What intelligence does he have? But Dhruva, determined, left the kingdom. As soon as he had this from his mother, he didn't take permission from anybody. Determined. In my beginning of Christian consciousness, my spiritual master told me, move to the temple. And I didn't want to do it that time because I was addicted to music. And if I move to the temple, music is finished. And I have addiction so I didn't want to tell him lies. And I was thinking I would just quietly go. I didn't succeed. So I told Gurudev, yes, let me go and tell my uncle. He laughed at me seriously. I was so embarrassed. He laughed at me seriously. And he sat back. He looked at me. How old are you? That time I was 25. I said 25. He laughed again, almost jumping out of the seat. You are 25. Jesus was 5. He didn't tell his parents. You want to go and tell your uncle. Just see yourself. I became like, and I was looking for, if I have mystic power to enter the ground, but I didn't have the mystic power. I just sat down there, very cool. I didn't talk again. I kept quiet. So he said, go, take their things, come back and stay with us. Come and stay with us. You see? Dhruva Maharaj did not tell, that is the difference. That's what we learn. He didn't tell his father. Even his mother who was instructing him, he didn't tell her. As soon as he got instruction, he walked out. But we want to tell before, to take permission, which will not be given. That shows the difference. No determination. And we don't know the goal. But Dhruva Maharaj knows the goal. So he left the Kanpur and walked all the way. Dangerous, ferocious animals in the forest. All through. There's no kitchen, there is no prasadam. Now we travel from Vrindavan to Mayapur. So many prasadam, you call the temples on the way. Prabhu, our train is arriving so time, prasadam. Yes. That was not the... Dhruva Maharaj didn't have this. He didn't have the facility. There's no temple. There were no devotees. He was alone. No brother, no mother, no father. But he came alone. until he got to Mathura. Dhruva Ghats. Prabhu took us there. Nice. Dhruva Ghats. It is there, it was here in Mathura, not in Kanpur, walking alone till here. And then all this austerity that he has performed. Then he met his spiritual master. And spiritual master is talking to him. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother. Yes. Just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. Yes. But in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. Dhruva is not ordinary man. It is very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is not discouragement. This is the truth. This is the mercy. The gurus should know how to deal with the disciples. Tell them the truth. We learn what is the process of bhakti. The Muni said this, it is not easy to please the Supreme Personality of God, it is very difficult. Very difficult. This process is difficult. That is the test the spiritual master has to give to the student. And Prabhupada said, the student must pass the test of the spiritual master before you get promotion. You must pass the test. Without determination, we will not succeed. We will not pass the test. So, this is the history. The history to this point. The Muni now is testing his disciple. Before he will give him instruction, he has to test him to be sure he is ready for what he wants to do. He's ready. Not jumping in and jumping out. Or take initiation. The disciple took initiation. On the day of initiation, a guru asks, how many principles are you going to keep? Say 4. What are they? No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no police eating. And how many rounds are you going to chant? Minimum 16 rounds. Take, your name is Bhakti. Das. After 1 month. Gurudev, can I keep 3 principles? Can I keep 3? What is that? Duplicity. This is cheating. If it was not the relationship Dhruva Maharaj had with his spiritual master, Narada Muni. No one is forced to take initiation. No one is forced to go to the spiritual master. Tasman Guru Papa Dieta, Gyasu Sreya Utama. Sreya Utama. Gyasu determination. Gyasu determination. One who is serious. One who is serious about Godhead. So take initiation. Not one who is not tired of sense gratification. If you're not tired of sense gratification, don't go and waste someone's time. If you're not ready for journey, don't go to the motor park. Don't go to airport or train station. If you're not ready to travel, stay in your house. If you don't want to travel, stay in the house. Don't go to the travel agent. Because it is not a joke, not a child's play. It's not a child's play. Gurudev, I'm a student. I'm a student. It is Gurudev who should know they are a student, or you should know you are a student. Before you approach a special master initiation, you don't know you're a student. You should know that you're a student. It is not Guru who should know that you're a student. You should know you're a student before you make the approach. Tasma Guru Papa Deta Gigyasu Shreya Utama. If you want Shreya Utam, then Gigyasu. Determination. One must be ready to pass the test. Must be ready to pass the test. It's a journey. We're going back home, back to God. Even in my travel, everybody knows that traveling is not easy thing. Traveling is not a pleasure. His Holiness Devamrit Maharaj was telling, was sharing his experience with him. When I was young, I was very, I was inquisitive, I like to travel, but now, I don't want austerity for traveling. No. Austerity, I don't want. Stay at the airport for 11 hours. An association of carnivorous human beings. More than 20 times, people come to harass me. Eat something. Eat what? Boga, varieties of boga. This is enjoyment. Enjoy. You're already suffocating, staying there, then harassment. In their mind, they're doing good. They're being good. You spend so much money, and this is all for you. Why are you not eating? See what other people are doing. Eat and follow this demonic process. Don't be separate. Join the bandwagon. Yes. That is not enjoyment. So even materially, it's difficult to travel. Right? Then some years ago, I was trained to America. Security. They use dog to test you, dog to test you, machines to test you, then physical. If you wear socks, have to massage your feet. If you keep some things are hiding there, then machines are also there to check what is inside the body, not on the body, inside the body. Have you buried something inside the body? So one of them was doing so many. He said, "Excuse me, sir, please, don't be annoyed with me. Don't be annoyed." I didn't say anything. It's a process they are doing for everybody. So I didn't say anything. But he was sympathizing with me. He said, "Please, don't be offended. It is a process. No American. This is a process. So we're just following that." I said, "Yes, I understand." There was one man, they called him to office 10 times. With the machines, with the dogs, in the office, 10 times. He was like, what is he carrying? Is that the enjoyment for traveling? This is the material. So what do we expect the spiritual journey? With all our narrators accumulated time immemorial. That's easy journey. Yeah, the Prabhupada called it easy journey to other planets. Because he said here, the process of Bhakti Yoga is simultaneously very difficult and very easy to perform. Sri Narada Muni, the Supreme Spiritual Master, is testing Dhira Maharaj to see how determined he is to prosecute devotional service. This is the process of accepting a disciple. The gracious Narada has come to Dhruva under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to initiate him. Yet, he is testing his determination to execute the process. How serious are we in our desire to go back to Godhead? How serious? Day before yesterday, I received a mail, so I opened it. A friend I knew, a friend, he wrote a letter, not to me particularly, it's to leaders. In the letter he said, I offer my respectful obeisances to all of you, not because of your spiritual advancement, because of your age in the movement, because of the years you have spent in the movement. Not because my obeisances to you is not because of your spiritual position, the spiritual attainment. It is because of the many years you have spent in this movement. Does it make sense? Huh? You understand? Mm-hmm. That is an insult. And he's right. He wrote it based on his experience, some issue he's holding in his hand. Why are we mentioning it? Because we are not determined to go back to Godhead, then there is deviation. Determination will not make anyone deviate. Determination will protect us from deviation and will be able to achieve the goal. It is a fact, however, that for a sincere person, devotional service is very easy. But for one who is not determined and sincere, this process is very difficult. Hare Krishna. Comment or question?
With the present day system, the Guru has many disciples because of the mercy and compassion. So it appears like the spiritual master may not know all the disciples personally, and talking about tests, that appears to be like impossible for a spiritual master to take personally, individually. It appears so. So how can we understand what Prabhupada is mentioning here, that the spiritual master will test and it also it is seen like the disciple, they are not following exactly what they should be following. That is also being seen. So if they had passed the test, then it's confusing to understand. If the spiritual master had taken the test, then the disciple, he passed, then he got initiation. But it appears like he is not following.
That is not the test. That is not. That's a different thing. That is an organizational test. Spiritual test is what is mentioned here. Organizational test is, what do you understand about Krishna consciousness? Are you keeping for a greater principle? Yes, yes, yes. You're chanting music, singing, yes, yes, yes. You promise to follow this for life. This is this organizational test. Spiritual test is what is happening. Determination to succeed in Christian consciousness. It's a spiritual test. This is required. Your sincerity in following the instruction of the spiritual master, spiritual test. That is what you are talking about. The other part which we mentioned, the spiritual masters are having so many disciples that they don't know and they are not taking care. That is a spiritual crime. It is a spiritual crime. Take what you can handle is honesty. It is Christian consciousness. No one is forced to do anything. Take what you can handle. Let's take it in this way, in the material way. Are you justified if you have married 100 wives and not taking care of them? Only one? Are you justified? I have too many wives now, what do you expect? Are you justified to say like that? No. You have taken 100 wives, take care of 100. Right? When the moon god married Daxa's children, and he didn't take care, he took care of only one, he was cursed. Daxa cursed him. You're not taking care of my daughters. You married them from me. Your duty is to take care of them. And not taking care, I curse you, become invalid. And he acted on him because he failed on his duty. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the second canto of Bhagavatam, I say this in Mayapur, all the senior devotees say, run away from me. I don't care. It is not me who said it. I repeated what Prabhupada said. It is a crime if you cannot take care of the disciples. It's a crime. What happened to Yamaraj will happen to us. Manduka Muni will curse us to fall down and become Sudras. Prabhupada mentioned in the lecture, all my GVC men should be careful because they will face what Yamaraj faced. They become Sudras in the next life. You understand? So if you have accepted somebody, you have to take care of that person. If you employ somebody in your company and they're working for you, pay the salary. No, I have so many workers, so if I don't pay your salary, what is the problem? I have too many workers. So if I don't remember to pay you, don't disturb me. No, you have employed me and I'm working, you have to pay my salary. You understand? All right? Yes.
I have two questions. The first question is, you mentioned that if we are not ready to give up our material sense gratification, then we should not go to a spiritual master if we are not tired. This question was coming to my mind that until we reach to the stage, cross the stage of anathematicity, the desire will keep coming in our heart. So how long do we wait to be too honestly and genuinely considering that now we are ready to accept a spiritual master? And is it that even after initiation, like you mentioned, there is an official process and there is a spiritual process. So is it that true initiation happens only when we have given up that tendency of enjoyment and have become
One friend was telling me, Maharaj, just give me initiation. Give me initiation, then I will keep the principle. I said, no, that is not the process. Keep the principle first, then you get initiation. No, It's empowerment, Guruji. It's an empowerment. It's an empowerment. Empower me. Give me initiation. I'll keep the principle. I say, keep the principle first, then you get initiation. If you cannot keep it, you not keep it after initiation. Keep it first. Let me see how you are keeping. Then I will be encouraged. You want me to encourage you, I want you to encourage me also. Encouragement should not be one-sided. It will come from both sides. This is cooperation. It's a teamwork. It's a contract. You follow for the basic principles, you chant 16, you have a fixed service, I will give you initiation and take care of you until you go back to Godhead. That is the contract. You break your contract, I will break my contract as well. It's natural. Yes, it's natural. Tooth for tat. The Bible says like that. Tooth for tat. It is not just me who said. Prabhupada said, the moment the disciple said no to Guru, that very moment you are fallen. The contract is broken, that's all. That's it. It's a contract. Bhakti Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, if we are not 100% surrendered to Krishna, Krishna is not obliged. He's not. He's obliged if we are following what he said. Krishna said, Mam Ekam. That's what Krishna said. Mam. So if you follow that, then I'm here for you. If you have reservations, is that Mam Ekam? It's the reservation. Reservation means this is for you, this is for this. Who is there to compete with Krishna? Krishna has competitor? Krishna has second person? No. So Krishna said, Mam Ekam. Only me. So that is the process. The first part of their question, yes. When we are tired of material sense gratification, we will approach spiritual master. Means that it's not that we are pure devotee now, taken to Krishna. No, we still have this, all the unnecessary things, whatever. But since we have come to the spiritual master, we have to follow his order. This is a contract. You follow the order, you follow the process. Then gradually we get purified from all unnecessary things that is demarcating us from the reality. That is the process. That's how we get out. We don't have to wait and become pure devotee, then you come and take initiation. If you're pure devotee, then you don't need it again. You just go. Just walk out and go. All right?
You were mentioning about how Guru Maharaj is very determined.
Yes.
And, he was being tested of his determination when his spiritual master told him that how difficult the process is. In my personality, I see I want to go somewhere, but I am somewhere else. As in, I want to be somewhere very higher as compared to where I am currently. So, how do we make that premature desire strong until we reach there? Because you mentioned about two things. One is Krishna consciousness is gradual, but we should be in an urgency. How do we cover that gap where we know where we are, but we want to go very far, very high?
Follow what the spiritual master say. That's how we get promotion. We'll get strength by following what the spiritual master says. So someone is pulling us. So we should hold the rope. We should hold the rope. How we hold the rope, it has a lot to do with our life. If you just hold it with two fingers, you will fall back inside the well. You have to hold the rope very strong. Then we pull out. So we have to hold the rope. Don't tell the, Patita Paran, you are Patita Paran. Do I have any strength for anything? Just pull me out as you like. So I should go down in the world there, go and carry you on my head. Then how will I climb back outside? The best thing, through the rope, you hold the rope. Right? Hold the rope. Very strong. Lord Brahma told Narada Muni, do you know my secret? I'm identifying with Maya and I'm not being affected. Do you know the secret? Narada Muni said, no, Father, what's your secret? Lord Brahma said, I'm holding Lord Krishna's lotus feet with great zeal. Because I'm holding Lord Krishna's feet, the word zeal, he said great zeal, right? That's what he said. He didn't say I'm holding Krishna's lotus feet. He didn't say that. He qualified it with great zeal. Because I'm holding that, Maya cannot touch me. I'm not affected. We should hold the rope. Then we will be pulled out. Get the verse?
2:6:34.
2:6.
नमे भारत में नमशोक लक्षित नमे पश्चिम में मनसो मशाते नमे ऋषिकाल पतंग सत्पते यदमे जोत कंचवता दतो हर
2:6:34. Please take it and read it. Read the purport. Let's digest it. Yes.
I was just thinking that if I go to the Yamuna and try to stop the flow with my two hands,
Yes.
it will be washed away. Similarly, we try to stop acting on the lower platform, but the force is so much that it's like we are being tossing and turned in the waves of the ocean and we don't have any.
Just follow. Just follow. I say we should go and read this verse. Let's go and read it carefully and look at it. Understand what Brahma is teaching us here. Go and read it carefully. Every one of us have the chance to succeed. That is why Krishna has brought us here. There are billions of people there who have not come to Krishna. What is the problem? What is the difference? Krishna has already made arrangement for us. That is why he has brought us here. Let us hold the rope. What's the population of the world? 9 billion. How many are in Krishna consciousness? Very few. Krishna hated them? No. He's not partial. He brought us here because he knows that he has given the strength to hold the rope. Let us hold the rope. Yes. Hold the rope. He will pull us out. Yes. We don't have to worry for anything. Just hold the rope. We pull out. Don't think, oh, will he pull me out? Is the rope very strong? So suppose if the rope break on the way, then I'll fall, then I'll break myself, then I will die. Should I hold? Don't do that. Hold the rope. Determination. Hold the rope. For him to throw the rope to me means he has my interest in his heart. It's common sense. That he throwing the rope for me means he has my interest in his mind. So he's not going to throw a rope which will cut on the way. Because he cares for me. So he has perfectly made arrangement for my deliverance. That's the idea. So this should be considered. Yes. Do I pay for the rope? Are we paying for the rope? No. No? Did you call for him? No? How many of us say no, Prabhupada? Before he created this one. How many of us knows him? We don't know him. But he brought all of us here. Means he loves us. He cares for us. And he gave this. With the heavy sacrifice he made. Heavy sacrifice. sleepless night, bad health, terrible situations. He passed through all that to put it down for us. Let's enjoy it. That is his purpose of giving this for us. That's his purpose. Let us hold the rope. There is a chance of success. Success is guaranteed. Because when a person cares for you, he will do the best for you. If I don't care, that's a different thing. But when you care for somebody, you do the best to help the person. You're not going to give inferior thing to the person because you care. You are not forced. That is why when we accept somebody, we must be there for the people whom we accepted. Otherwise, we are committing crime, which is punishable by law. All right? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, all glories assembled.